Hey, what's going on, guys? Ratu from Tech Media, and lately I haven't been filming outside or filming outside too much for my A-roll on the most part, or too much of my B-roll. So I decided to take up the initiative to make a change and overall just take a break from filming indoors for a little bit. So this whole entire review was shot outside in my neighborhood, and I'm filming this video on the S6 Edge Plus, which I just got in the mail from the Samsung trial program, and that review is coming up very soon, and that'll be a shooter on the Note 5. But if you guys like this quality, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Let's try to hit 25 likes on this video. And if we can hit 25 likes on this video, you guys will be rewarded a prize. We recently just hit 400 subscribers on the channel, so I want to thank you guys for that too. But anyways, I just want to let you know this whole video was shot with the S6 Edge Plus, even this intro. So that's all I wanted to say, and let's get into today's scheduled programming. All smartphone manufacturers create a flagship each year to compete in the market with neighboring companies. LG has their G lineup, Apple has a simplistic iPhone, and then there's Samsung. Samsung has their Note and Galaxy S lineup of devices, which is their most popular lineup of flagships. I've been using their Note 5 courtesy of the Samsung trial program, and I've had a stellar experience. Here's my full review. The Samsung Galaxy Note provides a fragile but stylish design. It's made up of a glossy glass material with the screen being created using Gorilla Glass 4, which is expected to improve the outcome of accidental drops up to 2 times better according to the manufacturer of the glass, according to Gorilla. The unibody is a brushed aluminum material with chamfered style edges. The feel in the hand is superb, and I find that it is very comparable to the S6 Edge and Edge Plus. Speaking of the two, this device takes on one major feature of the S6 Edge and S6 Edge Plus, the curved display. Now before I get a lot of comments correcting me, let me clarify. The Samsung Galaxy Note 5 has curved glass on the back instead of a normal rectangular shaped sheet of glass that is found on the front of the phone. In my testing, I have concluded that this makes the phone feel a lot more like a Note, hence the name, and overall make the design of the phone just look a tad more high quality and sexy. You can get the Note in 2 color variants, black sapphire or white pearl, but I would suggest getting the white pearl if you can't decide because it's less attractive to visible fingerprints on the back. If you do decide to get the Note 5 in black sapphire, I would suggest getting a case that protects the entire back and front, as well as a screen protector to keep this device looking brand new for 2 years from now when you upgrade. Moving on to specifications, the Note 5 comes preloaded with a 5.7-inch Quad HD display with a pixel resolution of 2560 by 1440, which is the same display resolution found on other flagships including the G4, S6 Edge Plus, etc. This phone has 4GB of RAM, the Exynos 7420 chipset, as well as a dual CPU, one being a quad-core 1.5 GHz Cortex-A53 coprocessor, and the other being labeled as a quad-core 2.1 GHz Cortex-257 central processor. The Note 5 includes the Mali GPU, which is an added plus because it helps with hardcore gaming and graphics performance and keep things relatively speedy and quick. You can pick it up with either 32GB or 64GB of onboard storage. However, there is no expandable storage option included with this device. If you wish to transfer items to a separate hard drive or expansion storage drive, you can pick up an OTG cable, which retails for about $1 to $5 on Amazon, which is an essential necessity if you're a person who consumes a lot of storage. The benchmarks taken on this device showed some pretty impressive scores. Testing using Geekbench 3, the Note 5 got an 860 single-core score and 3604 multi-core score. Using only one core, this device's processor has a performance score close to the Nexus 5 and lags behind the Samsung Galaxy S5, last year's S flagship from Samsung. Using multiple cores, it was the highest score on the device tested compared to the S5, S4, etc. This isn't going to be lagging behind anytime soon with scores like that. So, about a year ago, I did a breaking news video on how a box therapy proved on film that the iPhone 6 was bendable. Now, the Samsung Galaxy Note 5 devices have a small issue when the S Pen is inserted backwards. When it is put in incorrectly, you will experience a malfunction with your S Pen capability, and your device will not recognize your S Pen anymore until you have repaired or get a new phone. Hence the birth of #SPengate. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this issue, but go check out my fellow colleague Kevin the Tech Ninja video on SPengate. That link will be down in the description below. A must-have in any smartphone is decent battery life. As consumers of these products, we expect decent if not outstanding battery life on phones that's cost us up near $1,000. The Note 5 includes a 3000 mAh non-removable battery. Another downside that the back is non-removable, however the battery life makes up for it. I found myself getting 6 hours of screen on time every day I have tested this phone. This is a pro to buying this phone, and it was definitely impressive, noting that this phone only has a 3000 mAh battery, which is 200 mAh lower than the Note 3 and 220 mAh lower than the Note 4, previous iterations of the Note lineup. With very hardcore use, this was still achievable, and the phone would last all day and still be at 95% if it just sat there and would be prepared for the next day of use. Lastly, let's talk about the camera. The shooter on the Note 5 is a 16 megapixel sensor with an aperture of f1.9. This is a very impressive camera for a smartphone and overall shoots high quality, eye-catching photography and videography. The photos taken on this device have accurate colors with the occasional bit of being washed out at times. This device, along with many others, shoot a video at maximum quality of 4K or 2160p. Here's a video quality test from the front camera and the back camera. Okay, so this is test video that is coming from the Samsung Galaxy Note 5. This is being recorded at 3.8 megapixels because apparently 5 megapixels has the black bars around it. That's just something to note. So this is just a little test recording. As you can see, it does okay in the lighting, but it doesn't really do too good as the back camera does. So yeah, this is just a little test recording, and let's continue on with the review. I prefer the S6 Edge Plus camera generally because it looks a lot better, but the Note 5 doesn't lag too far behind. The front-facing camera is 5 megapixels with an aperture of f1.9 also, and the selfies taken on this camera turn out pretty good. They aren't comparable to the iPhone 6 or iPhone 6 Plus, but they are decent in quality. In conclusion, the Note 5 is a great overall phone. It has an excellent camera, battery, note functionality, screen design, and build overall. But Samsung should really fix that broken S Pen problem in the near future. #seize S Pen Gate.